Teacher.
Mother.
Secret.
Lover.
We're gonna talk about Mom. I went into Mom knowing nothing, and I was laughing at the beginning teaser, and I was like, oh, Anna Faris, great. And I was like, what's happening? French Stewart? Yeah. I was so excited. And then after the teaser was over, the credits popped up, and I found it was by Chuck Lorre, and a piece of my soul burned off. Isn't that crazy?
I knew it was a Chuck Lorre show. It was not a big surprise for me. I wasn't laughing during the teaser because I was like, she's crying an awful lot. I don't really get it. French Stewart, I'm not even sure what he's doing on that show. He's playing a very bizarre, downplayed kind of mean chef.
Yes.
Overall, it's kind of up in the air. Chuck Lorre shows for me tend to go one of two ways. I either don't like them at all, like 2.5 Men or Mike and Molly, or
you don't like 2.5 Men?
No, I don't.
What are you, deaf and blind?
Maybe. I'm undecided. I do like Big Bang Theory, so Chuck Lorre doesn't do some stuff that I like. This one, it can go either way at this point. It's less insult comedy driven, it seems.
Yeah, it's less put down insult, like whoremongering, like that kind of thing. It's actually a really interesting concept. Anna Faris is a recovering alcoholic. She has she has a teenage daughter and a younger son. She's kind of been a shitty mom, doing the best she can. They're like below the line, like kind of lower middle class.
But a very nice house.
And she works as a waitress, and she's cleaned up her life, and she's trying to support it, and she blames the way that she is on her mother, because basically the way she was as a mom up until the last year was the way her mom treated her. And her mom is Allison Janney, and I love Allison Janney.
I love seeing Allison Janney do comedy. I loved her in Mr. Sunshine, yay, which was one of my favorite shows to get canceled in the past few years. But she's good in this too. I think she plays, you can tell that she was an awful mother, but you can also tell she's trying really hard, which Anna Faris in turn, you can tell she hasn't been the greatest mother, but she's trying really hard, which is nice to see. It's a little bit sweeter sentiment than a Chuck Lorre
it really has, it's not disgusting, I think is the thing. It's not, and I'm not a prude. I love like the grossest stuff, but like there's just something about his repertoire of work that just doesn't sit well with me. And I think that with this show he's trying to prove, because he undergoes like a lot of criticism and a lot of fire, that he doesn't like women and that he can't write them. And this show, I don't know, it didn't rub me the wrong way in any way. No. I was actually kind of, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it.
If anything, I mean, it's the one complaint I can make for it, isn't even that much of a complaint, given that it's a Chuck Lorre show, is that it's middle of the road, very troporific. Like, it's kind of, all the characters are kind of archetypes you've seen before. There's nothing really new or original. Then again, Chuck Lorre's shows are all appealing to middle America. Highest rated show on the air is Big Bang Theory. Not far behind is 2.5 Men. Like, his shows do very well and get a huge audience because they appeal to so many people and because they kind of utilize what people know and like.
And I think Mom will be even more powerful because it does have that same kind of humor to it, but it appeals to both sides now. Like, it appeals to men and women.
Yeah. And I mean, Anna Faris I think is great. Allison Janney is great. And Matt Jones plays like the deadbeat dad. It's a little bizarre seeing him, since most people are going to recognize him as Badger from Breaking Bad, which, you know, tonally and in terms of how it's done is very different than a kind of multicam sitcom. So it's a little weird seeing him there, but still very welcome. He kind of kills it. The scene that he's in, where you see kind of everyone interacting all at once. The son is playing the video games, the daughter comes in, her boyfriend's sitting there eating, like... That
boyfriend was the best thing in the whole episode. He is like this, I think he has 3 lines, and they are the funniest lines.
Every line kills.
Every line kills.
Yeah. That was one where they probably rewrote them on stage that day. They were just ended up like they were on fire for that.
It was so good.
That whole scene, when you kind of got the whole cast together at the same time, that was when the show was at its strongest, which makes sense. Chuck Lorre's shows tend to be at the strongest. When you're writing by committee and you have 20 writers standing there coming up with jokes, it's the best when you have more voices.
That's the kind of writer's room, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty classic multicam. The idea, like everything about it, it's your very standard sitcom. And you know what? For once, in the last couple years, I have to say it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like usually, multicams they're
I feel like
rough.
when you go multicam, you kind of have to go somewhat traditional.
Yeah.
I think if you try to go outside the box too much, it just doesn't suit the format anymore, and you just, why is it a multicam?
It's not even that. It's just like I feel like when you do a multicam sitcom, like you have lowered expectations in terms of what you can do, or like jokes, or how good the quality of it even has to be. And I feel like Mom definitely, it meets a standard that's higher than the rest, for sure. I don't even know how I'm saying this. I never thought in my life I'd be saying this about a Chuck Lorre show. I'm flabbergasted at myself talking this way about that man. It's pretty crazy. I will give Mom 3.5 hooker jokes out of 5. I'm definitely going to keep watching it.
I'm going to agree. I'm going to give it 3.5 John Cryer cameos out of 5. So that's what we thought. If you think we're crazy for talking this way about
honestly,
Chuck
if you
Lorre,
do think we're crazy for talking this sweetly about Chuck Lorre, I will just
let us know. We'll take it.
We'll take it. It's fine.
Yeah, but give it a shot if you haven't. If you're staying away just because it's Chuck Lorre, give it a shot. It doesn't seem like any of his other shows, really.
Yes, it's a different thing for him, for sure.
Yeah, cool.
Cool beans.